Welcome. Welcome to the People's Palace, City Hall, for this wonderful event. I want to welcome all of you here today as we swear in some 28 citizens of San Francisco who are going to be serving on over 18 different bodies and committees for our city. And I want to begin by saying a big thank you to each and every one of you because these are important bodies of government that we share responsibility in making sure that not only are those departments that you oversee are run appropriately, but also that you do your best to make sure that the public is heard, all of the public is heard. And that's not such an easy task these days, as there are lots of views about how government should be doing things and how we should be interacting with our public. But it is, in my opinion, one of the most important things we can do as citizens is to open up our government, to make sure all of the people are heard, that they have a way in which to tell us what the needs are and what we can do about it, and to share that responsibility. This is an important time, not only for our city, but for our country, and that's why we want to invest in each and every one of you to make sure our government is open, that it's effective, and that it always is listening and responding to our community's needs. These 28 bodies of government, let me just quickly run through them because you'll find reflected in them the incredible diversity that we have. Our Arts Commission, I have 3 members being appointed there today: J.D. Beltran, Roberto Ordenana, and Simon Frankel. Thank you very much. Our Environment Commission, we have 3 members being appointed to that commission today: Elmy Bermejo, Jackie O, and I think she has some friends here, Jackie, because Josh Arce wanted me to make sure that I pronounced your last name correctly. Omotalade, which also says I'm on holiday. Is that all right? Jackie, I'm on holiday. And of course, Lisa Hoyos, thank you. Thank you very much. To our Film Commission, I want to welcome in Jim Beaumonte, who is part of our International Association of Theater Employees, Local 16. Thank you, Jim, for serving on there. Our General Obligation Bond Oversight Committee. This is an important body. Even though it sounds pretty bureaucratic, it is the body that makes sure that all of our general obligation bonds are spent correctly and done correctly. Jennifer Warburg and Kevin Hughes, thank you very much for serving on there, for agreeing to serve. Cecilia Chung for our Health Commission. Thank you, Cecilia, again for coming aboard and helping us. This is so important these days, our Health Commission, and all the things that we're trying to do, especially those that are living on our streets, that they get the health treatment that they need. Leroy Lindo on our Housing Authority. Thank you, Leroy, for stepping up again, helping us on our Housing Authority as we reshape and rebuild all of our public housing. Thank you. To Susan Christian on our Human Rights Commission. Susan, thank you again for not only being a great commissioner, but for helping us with implicit bias training throughout our city and making sure we pay attention to that. To James McCray, you're new to our Human Services Commission, James. Thank you again for your past service, and thank you for this new assignment to help us, again, with all the people that need our help, not only on the streets, but who are on the edge and need the services that our city needs. Thank you very much for serving on your Human Services Commission. Rebecca Woodson to our Juvenile Probation Commission. Rebecca, thank you for your service, because more and more we're finding answers to how we can have more youth be successful in this city, and we'll need your help making sure that connection is there. Thank you, Rebecca. To our Local Business Enterprise Advisory Committee, Elahe Enssani, thank you very much for always being a great, really diplomat, if you will, to our small businesses. Our Long-Term Care and Coordinating Council, Jeremy Wallenberg, Bernadette Navarro-Simeon, and Chip Supanich, thank you very much for being on our long-term care. We're having great conversations about the Dignity Fund and how we need to make sure we're paying attention to our seniors, and long-term care is going to be an incredible part of that. To our former ambassador to Hungary and our newest commission to the Port Commission, Eleni, Kounalakis, thank you very much for being here. You've got a lot of friends here today, family and friends. I want to say thank you for stepping up to be on our Port Commission. You're really going to help us with the new port body that we have. Rebecca Lee, thank you very much for being on our Public Utilities Commission, our Citizens Advisory Committee. Public Utilities Commission is doing a lot of work these days, and as the rain will show, we have a lot of work to do for our communities. To Leslie Levitas for the Reentry Council, as I said earlier, that is going to be so important as we want to make sure that those that are reentering our society are not only treated with respect, but that they find success in their lives as well. To one of the most important bodies that we have these days, and one that I call upon to make sure that both property owners and tenants are talking with each other and making sure they settle, and that's our Residential Rent Stabilization Arbitration Board. David Crow and Kent Chan, thank you very much for stepping up to this important body. To our Shelter Monitoring Committee, Gary McCoy, thank you very much for stepping up. And again, I repeat that we have a tremendous amount of work to do as we forge a new department, and I want to say thank you very much for stepping up there. Ann Wiebe, the Veterans Affairs Commission, thank you, Ann, for your work again. I know you do great work at Salesforce, but at the same time, we need that innovation that you have there on our Veterans Affairs Commission. So thank you, Ann, for coming back again. And then to our War Memorial Board of Trustees, returning Belva Davis, thank you, Belva, for your wonderful work and your support. To Thomas Horn, thank you again for coming back and being part of this wonderful body. And to our newest member, former Judge Vaughn Walker, thank you, Judge, for being a part of this wonderful body. I wanted to go through these names because each of these bodies of government are so important to our city. And I know today, not only are the members here to be sworn in, but there's a number of them that I just wanted to make sure that I mentioned, because in stepping up to these government bodies, people are creating a great sacrifice. And I want to just say thank you to those that have been helping me run government in different ways. Kevin, to Kevin Hughes, again, because you're helping me make sure that we build the affordable housing in the city, and you're stepping up again on the bond oversight. Local 6, our labor leaders, thank you again. And to Jim Beaumonte, I said earlier, we're gonna get a lot more films in the city, and thanks to your leadership, the film industry is prospering. It's exciting to see it, and I made my own calls to make sure that a film stayed in the city just last week. So I want to make sure you got an active mayor working with you to make sure that our film industry is prosperous. Ambassador Kounalakis, you've got a lot of friends today here, and I want to make sure that I mention them because they came from all over our city to in appreciation for this appointment. I know that we're going to have here, and I know if he's here already, but His Eminence, the Metropolitan Bishop of the Greek Orthodox Church here in San Francisco, your Awesomeos, if he's here. Thank you for being here. Judge Kathleen Kelly is here to show her appreciation for this appointment as well. I saw former mayor of Millbrae and now Councilwoman Gina Papin. Thank you very much, Gina. And we'll continue having our Peninsula dinners together to talk through what we should be doing as a region. I want to say thank you to Andrea Du Steel, who's the founder of Emerge America. Thank you. for being here. Roberta Economies, yes, and she's the chair of our sister city, Thessaloniki, the sister city in Greece, which I will plan to be at in the next, hopefully within this summer's year. Mark Buell, is Mark here? Thank you, Mark, for showing up. He's the president of our Rec and Park Commission, and of course, a member of our retirement board and former president of our retirement board, Victor Macris. Thank you, Victor and Farah, for being here today as well. I also want to say thank you to our newest appointee to the Environment Commission, Elmy Bermejo. Elmy's been a regional representative of our Secretary of Labor. She's been wonderful in helping us make sure we create the conditions for more jobs in our entire region. Thank you for stepping up to our Environment Commission. And I want to say a special thank you to Leader Pelosi, to the International Longshoremen Workers International Union, and to my good friend, former Mayor Art Agnos, who also wrote in on behalf of our ambassador for her appointment. Thank you for their contributions. And for Eleni's husband, Marcos, and their children, thank you for coming out here as well. Judge Von Walker, I want to just note, I know you're retired, but it continues to be a part of our history in the city, that you were the presiding judge over the original trial of Hollingsworth versus Perry, and that you found in your judgment, to the benefit of our great city, that Proposition 8 was unconstitutional. I want to say thank you again for that decision. Are we all ready? Okay. Well, I know all of you came from a wet weather, and I want to say thank you again, and thank you to all of the department heads that are here and the other commissioners that have joined here as well, and I think they take great pride in these appointments today. If I may ask all of the appointees, new and returning, to please stand. And as I say aye, please state each one of your names and the commission or body that you are being appointed to. Say it loud, say it proud, because this is your time to state your pride in going on these bodies. And then we will go through the swearing in. Please raise your right hand and repeat. I,
Jim Beaumont, Film Commission.
Okay, we're going to go through this one by one.
I, J.D. Beltran, Arts Commission.
I, Elmy Bermejo, Commission on the Environment.
I, Susan Christian, Human Rights Commission.
I, Cecilia Chung, Health Commission.
I, Dave Crow, Rent Board.
I, Belva Davis, War Memorial Board.
I, Eleni Kounalakis, Port Commission.
I, Vaughn Walker, War Memorial Board.
I, Thomas Horn, War Memorial Board.
I, Lisa Hoyos, Commission on the Environment.
I, Kevin Hughes, General Obligation Oversight Committee.
I, Simon Frankel, Arts Commission.
I, Rebecca Lee, Public Utilities Commission, Citizens Advisory Committee.
I, Rebecca Woodson, Juvenile Probation Commission.
I, Ann Wiebe, Veterans Affairs Commission.
I, Jennifer Warburg, General Obligation Bond Oversight Committee.
I, Jeremy Wallenberg, Long-Term Care Coordinating Council.
I, Elahe Enssani, Local Business Enterprise Advisory Council.
I, Chip Supanich, Long-Term Care Coordinating Council.
I, Bernadette Navarro-Simeon, Long-Term Care Planning Council.
I, Kent Chen, Rent Board.
I, Roberto Ordenana, Arts Commission.
I, Jacqueline Omotalade, Commission on the Environment.
I, James McCray, Human Service Agency.
I, Gary McCoy, Shelter Monitoring Committee.
I, Leroy Lindo, Housing Authority Commission.
I, Leslie Levitas, Reentry Council.
Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California, that I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I'm about to enter during such time as I hold the office of for the City and County of San Francisco. Thank you very much. Congratulations, everyone.